Hello and welcome back to this channel, Something Worth Seeing, where we help others help themselves. So today's video is all about Eyebright. So in our last video, our last health related video, we did an Eyebright eye wash. So today I'm just going to talk you through the benefits of Eyebright both internally and externally, and how Eyebright can also help you today. So I am going to be reading on my laptop because Eyebright is a herb which I only discovered really quite recently. So I'm not so clued up with all the things which Eyebright does, and I really don't want to miss anything which I've looked at and also researched. So I may be looking down to look at some facts about Eyebright. So before we actually talk about Eyebright, I just want to talk about health in general, because when we're seeking for health, we know that it's just not one herb that's going to do the trick. It's not just going to be one thing that's going to do the trick, but health is very holistic. Health is not just one thing, but it's whole. Health is, you know, physical, intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual. Health is just so many things. So when we're seeking health, it's not only what we eat, but it could also be affected. Our health can be affected by emotions that are going on through trauma. So I just want us to also think of those things as we also seek health, that those areas in our life also have to be healthy. And there's also an acronym that I like, and it's called New Start. And New Start is also again showing that health is not only nutrition, but it stands for different things, and I'll say it. So New Start means nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, air, rest, and also trusting God. So when we're seeking health, we have to bear in mind that it's not just going to be one herb that's going to save our problems, but we have to bear in mind that to seek health, we have to be healthy in different areas, like the areas I described, but also in the areas I described before, the physical, emotional, social, spiritual. Those elements can also affect our health, and also environmental factors. So at the moment, well, not anymore. Before I had been applying for jobs, and I've been on the computer for such a long time, so I'm bearing in mind as well that as I seek my eye health, I also have to bear in mind these environmental factors like the computer. Some of us at work are always on the computer, so that can have an effect on our eye health. So we can be eating healthily, but it could be the laptop. So right now I have to think of those things, even though I'm trying out things like Eyebright and trying out herbs and vitamins, trying to increase things in my life which I believe will help me with my eyesight. I have to also bear in mind my environmental factors, like right now constantly being on the laptop. So yeah, so those are just things to bear in mind before I talk to you about Eyebright and how you can use Eyebright both internally and externally to not only help with eye problems, but also Eyebright is known for other things. So to start, I am just going to talk you through first how Eyebright can be used internally. So my last video, if you haven't watched it, I'll put it up there and you can watch it, and I basically talked you through on how you can make your own eye wash. So Eyebright can not only be used as an eye wash, but you can actually drink Eyebright. So you can drink Eyebright tea, and that could be you using it internally. So I just want to read some benefits of the Eyebright. So as you drink Eyebright, as I said in the previous video, is actually known as the best single herb for eyes, and Eyebright actually looks like a flower. So it's just amazing how nature gives us these wonderful signs about how we know which plant or which element will be good for our body. So the actual Eyebright actually looks like an eye. So it's just amazing how we see these things. So I just want to read out some things in which Eyebright can help you with when you take it internally. So Eyebright helps with stimulating the liver to clear the blood that affects the clarity of vision. So if we have eye problems, as I said before, it could be environmental factors, but also with our eye problems, it could actually be that our blood needs purifying. So Eyebright actually purifies the liver, and then as your liver has been purified, it may help, you know, with your eyes. So things like cataracts and all things like that, Eyebright could possibly help with eye problems. So Eyebright as well is also good for discomfort. So as I've been talking about me being on the computer, that of course will make my eyes to have some type of strain. So Eyebright helps to relieve the eye strains that you have. So it actually relieves discomfort in the eyes, and it could help with minor eye irritation. So if you have a minor eye irritation, Eyebright can also help you with that. So Eyebright is also good for itchy eyes. So if you have itchy eyes or watery eyes, Eyebright can be used internally. So drinking as a tea can help with your itchy or irritating eyes, or watery eyes I mean. So also Eyebright has a cooling and detoxifying property that makes it useful for combating inflammation. So that's another way in which you can take Eyebright internally, and it can help your eyes to, you know, have this cooling feel to it. I don't know how to describe it, but your eyes don't feel so red. I'm just doing these hands expressions, but yeah, so Eyebright can just help with cooling the eye, because sometimes our eye feels a bit fiery, I don't know, depending what problems you have. So Eyebright can definitely help with these things, but you know, it can be different factors affecting your eye problems. So friends, we've seen that Eyebright is good for the eyes, but you're probably thinking, you know, is Eyebright good for other things? We've seen that it can purify the blood and then help the liver, and then literally your eyes will be helped with that. But what about other things? Can Eyebright help with other areas of our body, or other things that are not just focused on the eyes? And the answer to that is, you know, yes friends, Eyebright can definitely be used for things not just for the eyes, but for other things as well. So for example, Eyebright, when you drink Eyebright as a tea, it can be used for, it can help with inflammation in your nose and in your throat. And I did realize this when I started to drink it as a tea. You know, it was winter at the time, and I felt I was getting something on me. I felt like I was coming up with something, but as I drank Eyebright, I felt that my breathing felt more fresher. So it definitely does help with inflammation in your nose and also your throat. So Eyebright can help with that. And for example, Eyebright, I'm just going to read out a list of things which it can help, it has been shown to help for. So Eyebright helps with allergies, so that may be hay fever, just other allergies, diabetes, cataracts, hay fever, impure blood, indigestion, nose and throat congestion, and upper respiratory problems. So Eyebright is known to help with these different areas of the human body. So it's not just only the eyes, but also the rest of the body. And my theory for many years has actually been, you know, when we have something, it's probably in the blood, because it tells us, you know, that life is in the blood. So our blood definitely needs to be purified in order for us to seek health. So that's why we can see with the other things, Eyebright helps with impure blood. So when I read that, I thought it was no surprise, because when we are on this quest of healing, like with many diseases, as I for some time was looking at cancer and many other diseases, I saw that mostly it was from impure blood. So when our blood is clean, we are less likely to be having all these problems. But you know, because of the environment we're living in, not everything is pure. So also there's internal factors, environment, social, stress, all these things can have an impact on our health. So we talked about internally how you can use Eyebright, drink Eyebright as a tea, but now we're going to talk about externally. So my last video, that was really the video for showing you how to make it externally, but also it's the same thing. Having it internally and externally is basically you make it the same way. One, you drink it, but one you actually use externally on your eyes. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to use a formula which I've seen online, which has a combination of things. So not just Eyebright, because I feel like I just want something a bit powerful. I feel like, you know, my eyes, I don't feel it's my sight. I can see, but I am short-sighted, so I can't see it far off. So I know that as of now, Eyebright has made my eyes brighter, but I don't think my vision has been improving as of yet. I know you have to take it for a long time, so I just want to add other things and combine it with other things which I believe may help with my eyesight, just to see if, you know, my eyes can have some help. So when you're using Eyebright as an eye wash, you can combine it with other things. So when it comes to conjunctivitis, you can add golden seal, rue, or fennel, and that can help with your eye problems. And also for eye weakness, for burning, for sore eyes, or for other eye diseases. So friends, that is the end of this video where we discussed how you can take Eyebright internally and externally. So I've been actually taking it both internally and externally, just not every day, but every so often. Sometimes I've been doing, you know, every day, every 3 days, because I'm just wanting to be consistent as well, but it can be time consuming because I'm making it as a tea. But another way in which you can use Eyebright in your eyes, if you don't have the time to be constantly making teas, because, you know, if it's eye health, it has to be fresh, it has to be clean. You can actually use Eyebright eye drops, and I have seen some tinctures online which basically just have Eyebright as an ingredient, purified water, and maybe another ingredient which may be safe in the eye. So I've been using that way. I mean, I haven't been using that way, but you can use that way if you're pressed for time. So that was it, something worth seeing, where we help others help themselves. So hopefully in another video, I'm going to show you how I actually wash my eyes. So I got these cups, these eye cups, from Amazon because I just found it easier. Because at first I was literally just pouring the tea in my eye, and it just wasn't it wasn't as effective as this was. So this just made the process so much easier. So in the next Eyebright related video, I'll be using these eye cups to show you how I actually wash my eyes. So hope you have a blessed day. Happy new month. Hope this month gives you blessings, and hope this month is a month where you really see, you know, that it's time to take action. So God bless, bye. And as it says, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosperous and be in health, even as thy soul prosperous. Bye. Good morning. So it's very early this morning, and I'm just going to this health psychology event. I'm not sure what to expect. It's quite dark on this side, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'll tell you how it goes. So have a blessed day and stay tuned.